Yeah, so you're a barber. You've
Yes,
been
sir.
you've been cutting for how long now?
I got my license back in 2009. I graduated barber school
Okay,
in 2009.
so about
So
11 years now.
about 11 years, man. I can't even believe it. It's the longest time I ever kept a job. Hey, look, I used to work at a place for 6 months, quit, work for 3 months, quit.
Hmm.
I never really had that. I was never comfortable working for somebody else. I just never was. And I kind of felt like I was a loser because I can't do what everybody else is doing. Everybody keeping a 9 to 5, and that just wasn't my thing, man. So my daughter's mom, Jody Gower, man, she taught me into going to barber school, man. And I just made a post, I think it was last week or the week before, just thanking her because it really changed my life. Barbering really changed my life and let me be the person that I want to be. And instead of going and punching a clock, you know what I mean? Which I'm just not good at
Hmm.
that. So, I'm a people person. I like to talk. I'm kind of artistic. So this career, it just fits me, man. It's a blessing though. You know what I mean? Like it really is, man.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So is
Yeah,
is is this your shop or you work at this
yeah,
shop?
it's my shop. I moved to Brandon 2013, and I came over. I had a client. I'm originally from St. Petersburg, and I was over there cutting for 2.5, 3 years, something like that. And yeah, about 3 years working at this one shop, Barber King. And when I moved over here, I had to restart my whole clientele. I had to rebuild. Nobody knew me on this side of the bridge. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
when I moved to Brandon, that was my main objective, was to come over here and really like start my life all the way over and build up enough clientele to open up my shop. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
hold on, I keep getting texts, man. I'm gonna try to text. But yeah, so I opened up my first shop. I was in Riverview. I was living out in Riverview. It was a little small shop. It was connected to a gas station. They used to fry chicken in the gas station, so my barber shop smelled like KFC around there. Like, so, but it was a good first business. You know what I mean? I learned a lot, and my overhead wasn't too much, so I was able to afford mistakes, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
And then when my lease was up, the owner of the gas station, he sold the property, and the new owners didn't want a barbershop there, so that's why I was forced to move out to Brandon. But like I said, it was a blessing in disguise. I got a way better shop. It's way more nicer. There's more traffic outside. I was kind of forced to grow. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Okay. All right.
it's been a blessing ever since, man.
Now, how did you actually get your first shop? Like, was you
Let me
cutting for X amount of years and you just kept putting $100 to the side, $100 to the side, just saving money up? How did you do that? How did you get that first shop to where you can actually get to where you are right this moment?
God is so good because I've been blessed. No, what happened was I got so busy at the shop I was working at that the owner was kind of getting on me because I couldn't take any walk-ins. I was booked up all day. I probably had the second amount. The owner had more clientele than me, but other than that, I was only working there for 2 years, and I went through the roof. My clientele was crazy.
Okay.
So I knew it was time for me to open up my own shop. So what I did was I did the traditional way. Now, mind you, me and my baby mama were together at the time, but we were just kind of making ends meet. You know what I mean? So I wasn't able to stack a bunch of money to the side. We had 4 kids together. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Her working on and off sometimes. So it just, so long story short, I went to the banks. I went to go get a loan. I found a spot and I went to the banks. I needed $10,000. I
Okay.
went to bank A, B, and C, and D, and E. All of them denied me. My
Okay.
best friend was like, "Yo, he had an Infinity, a 2000. This back in 2015. So it was like a 2012, 2013 Infinity. Nice car, paid off. He's like, look, I'll put my car up for collateral. So I went back to bank A, B, C, D, E. I still got denied.
Okay.
So one day I'm mad as hell. I'm cutting. I know, like, it's like I can't get up in life. I'm cutting one of my clients up, and he just asked me out of nowhere. He's like, "Hey man, why don't you start your own shop?" And I told him this was exactly around the time that everything happened when I was trying to get a loan. I said, "Man, that's funny you say that because I'm trying to get a loan from a bank, and I keep getting denied and da 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 da." He goes, "How much money you need?" I said, "Man, I'm just looking for like $10,000." He said, "Man, call me when you get off work." I'm like, what? He was an old Indian guy. I met him at a corner store. I thought he was the cashier at this corner store. Come to find out, this dude was the owner of that corner store, and he owned 5 Hilton hotels. He owned all type of property in Georgia. He was a multi-million-dollar man sitting in my chair, and I had no idea. I thought he was a store clerk. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So that's why you should never judge people on their appearance or treat anybody lower, because you never know who you're really dealing with.
Right.
So long story short, I called him when I got off work. He goes, "What's your last name?" I gave him my last name. He goes, "Come pick your check up tomorrow." I'm like, whoa, like, so I go get the money from him. He writes me a check. Now, mind you, like I said, he didn't even know my last name. He's just going on the strength. You know what I mean? So he wrote me a check for $10K. And I'm like, well, how do you want me to pay you this back? How much more do you want? He said, I just want the $10,000 back how I gave it to you. No interest, no nothing. He's like, just pay it off whenever you can. Just give me a little bit. Right. That's so, man, so that was a blessing. So every month he would come get a haircut, and I'd cut him a check for $300. And that really propelled me to like where I'm at today. I'm not saying I'm not rich by any means, but I was able to go from that barbershop now to this barbershop, and I didn't have to get another loan. You know what I mean? Okay. It kind of helped me up. Sometimes all we need is that little push. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
It's been on and popping since, man. And like to this day, I've been the most debt to that dude because he literally changed my life. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't ask for handouts and nothing like that. I ain't never been no dude. I hate owing people money. So, you know, it was kind of like I was too proud to beg to ask anybody else. So with him to just be there, like it was God, bro. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So now,
but I will say one thing: if anybody is planning on opening up a barbershop, like he gave me a $10,000 check. Really, bro, it probably cost me about $3,000. So if anybody, any barbers or salon owners out there, like if you can come up with about $2,500, $3,000, you can open your own spot. And it doesn't have to be a big spot to get you something small, comfortable, allow yourself to grow, build your team.
But you do need some sort of clientele. You can't you can't come out of school $2,500 and start a shop with no clients.
Now I know a dude that
unless you have some money to back you.
Right, you're gonna need someone back here. I knew a dude that was 6 months out of school, and he went and opened up his own shop. And I even said it in my head. I ain't gonna lie, I doubted him. I said, I'm in my head. I said he ain't gonna make it. To this day, he's still doing his thing. You know what I mean? So I think location has a lot to do with it, but it's also good to work up, like learn the business. You know what I mean? Learn the business, learn the people. Network, get your hands into it, and so you don't just jump out there. You know what I mean?
There's a lot more into running a barbershop than sitting there and talking.
Right, and just cutting hair.
There's a lot more that goes into it than the person that's just sitting there having conversations with you actually sees. When everybody leaves and you lock the doors, you still got business you need to handle and things like that.
Yeah, business to handle. You got floors to sweep. I mean, you gotta worry about your appointments for the next day. You got to keep your books in order. I mean, it's not like, I mean, it's not the rocket science, but it's not just as simple as, you just cut hair all day. You know what I mean? Gotcha. At the end of the day, you got to come up with ways to keep people coming in, keep yourself busy, just try to stay up with the trends that are going on and stuff like that. So,
all right. Now to jump back real quick, when you said you had went to a few banks to try to get a loan, do you think they turned you down because they didn't understand the black barbershop? They didn't understand the business model of the black barbershop?
Yeah, I just really think I think as a black man in general, no matter if it was a barbershop, a food truck, it's crazy. You can get a $20,000 school loan like that.
Yeah.
But go try to get $10,000 to open up a business to serve yourself, and it's hard. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like banks are not really designed for us.
Khary's crib.